Hi, we're here today to discuss with a local veteran his experiences in serving our country, and we just hope that you are thankful for his service and can bring a sense of pride to the community. Can you identify your name and what rank you were?
My name is Bert Berthelete, and I had three outfits I belonged to. I didn't have a rank in the Camerons. I had a leading seaman in the Navy, and I had regimental sergeant major in the outfit that was in Band Falls.
Wonderful.
That's you know.
So, what was it like to be on a ship?
Well, it was nice sometimes. The first day I got on board ship, I thought I was a sailor the first day. When it hit heavy seas, I went flop right on my nose. Ship was going like that, and when it came up, I stayed with, and I went right on my nose.
Oh,
So I ended up with bleeding nose, but I had an interesting time in the Navy. I served 3 years, and I was overseas with. We had an English ship. It was on loan to Canadian Navy.
okay.
So we happened to be overseas when the war ended. So we left our ship over there. I went to Ireland, and then I didn't stay very long in Ireland. I stayed a month in England, and came back on the Ile de France. And that was that. But I was 3 years in the Navy.
For you.
Yeah.
At what time was that? Which was there a war happening at that time?
Oh yeah.
Which
Right
years
now.
were it?
Yeah,
Which years were you there?
that was in 44 and 45. 44 the war ended. The war ended when we were in the overseas.
Okay.
That's why we left our ship there.
Okay.
And I came back in the
So
front.
you were serving during World War II?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So could you share any memories with us about the time that you served?
Well, on board ship is pretty. You're all alone, just a bunch of men, and you don't have very many memories except that you were in action, and you had to be on guard all the time. I took three shiploads, shiploads overseas, and every time we went, we were attacked by the subs. We lost three ships the first voyage. Second time we lost two ships, and the third time we didn't lose any. But when we came back, that's before we could get before we come back for the third round, and a sub followed us into Halifax, attacked us right in the harbor. They didn't attack our ship; they went for the merchant ship. They loaded three ships in the harbor, and then she escaped. The reason I got that book, that was a surprise. I never thought I'd get to know that captain very well of the German submarine, but I was and one of my ventures. I stopped. I was on the airport, Chicago airport, and I always went for a look at the books, and I noticed a book on a German submarine and their last attack on the Halifax harbor. That's how I got her. And he told a story. He had his ship. He went straight to France and went in the harbor. They had special levies for their submarines there in France. But he had quite a troop. He was quite a guy.
And so you met him personally?
No, I read the book.
Oh, you read the book. Okay.
Yeah, he was a writer.
Wow. That must have been kind of surreal.
I was so mad I loaned it to one of the Navy guys and he lost it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Do you have any other short stories that you'd like to share with everyone?
The Camerons, I just joined the Camerons, and that was just a matter of training. Okay. When I went in the Navy, I had 2 years of training, and I was pretty lucky. And then I got out and I went into the third the engineers there. I spent 27 years with them.
Wow.
And I had when I went in, I was the first one to sign up with the engineers, and I stayed with them 27 years. And before we finished our time, we had 5 years, 5 years to go, and I took the regimental sergeant major. He was stationed in Winnipeg, and I was sergeant major for our squadron in Pine Falls. And there was one in Winnipeg that was the main quarters, and one in Pine Falls and one in Flin Flon.
Okay.
Let's see, that's when the Russians were after us.
Okay.
That's when they had that ship. They got that ship caught in the harbor at what they call Pixby. Kennedy did that. Anyway, where was I?
You're talking about the Russians.
And then he retired. He was older, and I got his job. Then I had the 3 Squadron. I really had a handful that time. So I had a lot of fun though. They're a great bunch of guys. I used to go for our squadron in Pine Falls, one in Winnipeg, and one in Flin Flon. When I went to Flin Flon, I had to fly in to see them. I went and see them two or three times a year. A great time I had with them that time. And that's what I had with them. That pretty well takes care of my Army career. And then the Knights of Columbus, that's another story. I joined the Knights of Columbus in '55, and I've been with them ever since.
Really?
Anyway, in 5 years I was Grand Knight. I had it for 4 years. And then what do you think I got? I got the State Deputy for Manitoba. I had that for 4 years. Mind you, I kept my job too. And I had that for 4 years. That's a good thing I had the Army behind me, because I learned to get along with men and speak to men. So I had that for 4 years. And I did very well because they elected me for 4 years. The longest they had since 2-year terms.
Oh, wow.
And I had my 4 years. And when I finished that, I was going at a convention, my last convention in New Haven. I got in there and I met the Grand Knight. He says, I got another job for you. 4 years of hard work. But he gave me a nice job. I was Vice Supreme Master for 4th degree knights. I had to look for Manitoba and Ontario. I had the 2 provinces to look after. So I did that for 5 years.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing with us today. I hope everybody appreciates the service that Bert has given to this community and to our country. Thank you. Okay, we are done.